Oh.
Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about the brand CALIRAY. I am super excited about trying out this brand. Like, if you look at their packaging, everything about this just screams like it's clean, it's sustainable, it feels very, very Californian, and obviously having been, you know, born and raised and lived my whole life in California, I was like, ugh, I feel these vibes. I have their highlight, their skin tint, I have their primer, setting spray, and their mascara. We're gonna be trying everything on camera. We'll obviously do first impressions today, and then you know the drill. I will be trying these products for the rest of the week. I'll come back at the end of the week to give you guys my final thoughts on everything, and it's just gonna be hopefully delightful. Like, I have very high hopes for everything in this line. I hope everything lives up to my expectations, and I think it will. The first product we're going to try out is the So Blown Blurring Collagen Peptide Primer. So this primer is going to give you a plumped and hydrated feel. It is going to be beyond blurred, so obviously it's going to erase pores and skin imperfections, and then it also is actually nourished with niacinamide, which I think is really great, and apparently it's got a shot of antioxidant B3, which will help prevent hyperpigmentation. Here is the packaging, comes in a squeezy tube. You guys know, in terms of makeup products, when I'm talking about like travel and stuff, nothing makes me happier than a face product that comes in a squeezy tube. It's just so much easier to travel with. And here it is. I can actually tell this is going to be quite a hydrating primer, but let's see how it feels on the face. Ooh, it's got, ooh, it's a thick, ooh, I like that. It's a thick texture. I really like that. Okay. I feel like as I'm getting older, the more hydrating, the thicker my primers are, the happier I am. I don't know why that is. Yeah, this is gonna blur out my pores for sure. It's got that kind of thick feeling. It does feel a little bit dimethicone-y though, so if you are not a huge fan of like that feeling, I don't know if you would like this, but for me, I like how it's smoothing onto my skin. Like, man, if you've got any texture on your skin, this is gonna just smooth all of that out. I actually even feel like in the camera, like, did this just mattify and smooth out all my pores? Like, dang. Moving right along, the next product we're going to try is the Freedreaming Skin Wellness Diffusing Tint. So this is a clean foundation. So it's going to give you sheer blur coverage, so it's buildable and diffusing, lets your skin shine through, featherweight natural skin finish, and then it has prickly pear extract for juicy hydration, plus a vitamin C and E kicker. So, all right, I have this in the shade 8. Let's go ahead and see if this is the correct shade, because y'all know that I am a disaster when it comes to purchasing things online and trying to get it to match my my skin tone. Here is the product, by the way, and again, very excited that it comes in a squeezy tube. It has, clearly, you need to shake it before you apply it. Okay, very, very liquidy, which I kind of expect from a skin tint. I feel like a lot of the skin tints I've been trying lately have been a lot thicker than I've expected. This, to me, actually feels like a skin tint because of just how liquidy it is. You can see that moving around immediately. All right, let's just do that for now. Oh, it's got a subtle scent to it. It's giving like beachy vibes. Like, it smells a little bit like, it doesn't have SPF in it, does it? Let me check. No, I don't think it has SPF in it, but it's giving me some of that, like, you know, the banana boat sunscreen vibes? Like, that's what I'm getting from this. I think this has smoothed on to my skin really beautifully. It's not doing a great job covering this redness, but that's okay. It feels very, very lightweight on my skin. It does not feel like I am wearing anything at all. Truthfully, I actually feel the primer more on my skin than I do this skin tint. Like, the primer itself, to me, almost feels like heavier. Like, that to me, I was like, ooh, I applied something onto my face. This, after smoothing it out, does not feel like anything. Wow, this looks really good. I am gonna try and build up some of that coverage right here on my redness. You guys know that that's how I always try out my skin tints. I always like to see if I can get the coverage there. When I do this, I change the way that I apply the product on my face. So instead of smoothing out the product and kind of doing that circular motion, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my brush to stipple that product in and really kind of just allow for that pigmentation to stay in one spot and be a little bit more intense in coverage, and voila, that actually looks pretty good. I like it. It's very subtle again. It's very clean girl aesthetic, right? I like that for summer, truthfully. So let me go ahead and apply my like concealer, bronzer, and stuff like that, and then we will come back and try the highlight, which I am like super excited for. Okay, folks, I am noticing something a little bit weird, and I'm gonna ask for a massive zoom because I wanna see if you guys will be able to see this, but I have texture that is peeking through that I do not like. It is giving me that sort of vibes where you have like your primer is not working well with your foundation or your skin tint vibes. I don't know if I just have a dry patch right here, like maybe it's just my skin, but right here I can see a ton of texture where that skin tint is seemingly kind of just hanging on to some of these dry patches here, and so that's definitely something that I'm picking up on. I'm noticing a little bit of the same problem here on the side of my face, right where my temple is as well. Not quite sure what is going on here, mostly just because on the right, this is the right side of my face, yes, that's correct. On the right side of my face, everything looks picture perfect, very smooth. I'm not seeing any issues here, so except for this one eyebrow hair that's sticking straight down apparently. Maybe those products just don't jive perfectly well together, although I feel like that's kind of bullshit because like your products should work well together in a makeup line. All right, let's go ahead and get to these highlights because I'm super excited about these. On the packaging, it literally says like, holy beep, that's bright. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that is exactly what I want from a highlight. Here's the packaging, by the way. This is their high with an exclamation point light. This one specifically is in Moonlight Beach. And this one is going to be their warm golden highlight. And then we also have a Starlight Beach, which is a cool champagne highlight. Definitely is a little bit more cooler, a little more icy in that finish compared to the Moonlight Beach. So let me go ahead and give these both a swatch. This one is Starlight Beach, so again, that cooler champagne toned highlight, and then the warmer one on top is Moonlight Beach. So here's what we're gonna do, because I can never choose between highlights. We're gonna do one on each side. Okay, so let's go ahead and do Starlight Beach on the left side here. Oh my gosh. That is an intense highlight. This is not a highlight for the faint of heart. This is a highlight for me. I have not had this pigmented of a highlight in such a long time. Like, this just fills me with so much joy. Like, what in the world? What in the world? I love it. I love it so much. So when I packed it on right away, you get that intense beam of light, but it diffuses really, really nicely and softly into the skin. So I like that. I like that a lot. Let me go ahead and try the other one. And that is beautiful. All right, so if you are someone who is afraid of intense highlights, I would not recommend Starlight Beach, because this one is that one. That is an intense highlight that I am so in love with. But if you want something that's a little bit more subtle, I do really think that the Moonlight Beach is really quite beautiful, actually. Like, powder highlights are always going to give you a little bit more texture than any other product would, so there is that. But in terms of like not having glitter specks and just being like really, really fine shimmer, A+. The final two products we're going to try is the Come Hell or High Water Clean Mascara. So this one is going to be zero smudge and life proof, volumizes, curls, and conditions, and it's an easy roll-off removal. So to me this says tubing mascara is what I think this is. Oh yes, next gen tubular tech stays on till you slip it off. First of all, A+ again on packaging. I'm in love with the pastel colors. I think that's so beautiful. Here is the wand, pretty traditional, I would say, nothing too revolutionary about this. So let's go ahead and let's try this. It's giving me very, very natural volume, which I'm okay with. Man, the birds are chirping. It sounds like it's a Disney movie over here. I apologize. I actually put on eyeliner. I shouldn't have put on eyeliner so that you guys could see the mascara. When I come back with my final thoughts, I will make sure that I am not wearing eyeliner so you can really see how the mascara looks. So stay tuned for that. Second coat here, I'm starting to approach a little bit of clumpiness. I do also like to give my mascaras usually a few days, kind of like some time for it to dry down to its like optimal performance, because I do think that when you open up a mascara, like when it's fresh, sometimes it's just really, really wet and you can't quite get the separation that you would like. So let me turn to the side here so you can really see kind of where that length is. I do think that it did give me a little bit of extra length. We'll kind of see how this one does throughout the week. We'll see if I can get it to its optimal performance, but it's not bad right now. The final product we're going to be trying from CALIRAY is their Surfproof setting spray. So this one is going to give you long wear performance. It says that it passes the white t-shirt test. You know I'm about to go rub my face all over a white shirt to see if my makeup comes off. I will let you guys know when we come back at the end of the week if that's actually true, because if this actually stops my makeup from like coming off onto like my clothes, like when I change shirts, like it's a game changer. It's sprayable skincare, so it has seawater minerals, niacinamide, hydration station. It's also got prickly pear extract in it, and it's supposed to have a misty magic. So you guys know a huge part about like setting sprays is that it's got to have like a really fine mist, so it doesn't feel like it's like shooting yourself in the face. Good Lord, that is a fine mist. There are no water droplets on my face. I honestly cannot stop staring at myself in the monitor because that highlight is just catching my eye every single time I move my head. The skin tint, again, still looks really good. Actually, let me check on that dry spot. I think that setting spray actually really helped smooth that patch out. All right, all right. So far, you guys, my favorite products from this, that primer skin tint, I'm not too sure about. I need some time to really delve into it and really try it out to see how I feel for the rest of the week. But the highlight is outstanding and the setting spray is outstanding. I'm about to go wipe my face down with actually, you know what? Let me grab a tissue. Okay, ready? Wait. Let me really aggressively go after this. There's a tiny bit. I went way more aggressive on that last one. I was like smacking myself in the face with the tissue, so not entirely like sets it down, but that first pass was actually really quite impressive, so I'm impressed. All right, you guys, you know what the deal is. I will see you guys at the end of the week with my final thoughts on all of the products. I'm excited. All right, see you guys in a bit. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is now the end of the week, so let's go ahead and talk about my final thoughts on CALIRAY. Let's go ahead and start with the primer and the skin tint. I like both of these products, but not together. For some reason, there is something about the way that these two mesh together that sometimes I just wind up with little textured spots on my face. I'm not quite sure exactly why that happens, but it is something that I am definitely like not a huge fan of, and so I like both of these, just not together. The primer is way awesome. I would definitely recommend doing like less is more with this one. I think when I did my first impressions, I put way too much primer on, and so therefore like it just kind of exacerbated the fact that these two products do not work well together. But when I was using it with other skin tints, other foundations, oh my god, my skin has never looked so smooth, so plumped before. Like, I really like this primer. Now, in terms of this skin tint, to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna purchase this again. I know that it's a skin tint, so it's not meant to be like long wear or anything like that, but I just have other skin tints that I like more than this one. I am not super on the dry side, I'm more on the oily side, and so I think I just need something that isn't so fluid. I think I need something that's a little bit more like thick, I think, in a way. It just stays on my skin a little bit better. This tended to wear off by like the 6-hour mark, and like for me, you know, I like long wear products. Highlights, I have nothing to complain about. Holy, oh my god. If you like a blinding highlight that's not going to emphasize texture, that's going to blend into the skin beautifully, this is what you need to go purchase. The CALIRAY highlights are incredible. Okay, so for the setting spray, I actually really like this setting spray. I love the packaging. I love the mist. It's really nice. Now, it's not going to hold onto your makeup against a white t-shirt like 4 or 5 hours into your wear time, if that makes sense, right? This is going to be a really awesome product if you have not changed into your clothes, like, and you've already put on your makeup and then you have to put a t-shirt on over your face. Like, this will definitely hold things down. But again, like, the white t-shirt test fails around like the 4 or 5 hour mark, because it's just, I've never heard of a setting spray that could hold onto your makeup for that long and not rub off on a white t-shirt. I still really like this product. I actually see myself repurchasing this. For the mascara, I am not wearing a heavy eyeliner today, so hopefully you can see how this mascara is. I have very high hopes for this mascara. I have some issues with separation on this one. It is a very wet formula, so I do feel like over time the performance is going to get even better and better, but you can see that I do have a little bit of clumpage on my lashes that I don't normally love. Now, what is super impressive about this mascara is the wear time. This thing stays on incredibly. Workouts, humidity, like, I literally am so impressed with the wear time of this mascara. I would highly recommend this. If you are someone who struggles with raccoon eyes, I would, yeah, definitely give this mascara a try. The only thing is I would say I think it takes about like a week, 2 weeks for this product before it really, I think it's gonna get to its like ideal state. Right now it's just a little bit too wet, and so I have issues with a little bit of clumpage, but that can be easily solved, I think, with just like a lash comb. But if you're not someone who's that persnickety and wants to do all of those steps, give this one some time. And that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of CALIRAY. I certainly had a great time trying all of these products. If you end up purchasing anything from them, definitely let me know what you think about these products in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.